All right, guys, welcome to episode 16. We are more than halfway through our 30 days of Marvel Rivals education series. I have been having an absolute blast, and I just wanted to say real quick at the beginning of this video, because I feel like I say it on most videos, but I can't put this into words enough, and I just feel like I need to keep on repeating myself. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you to everybody who's watching these videos. I am genuinely astonished. I am such a small-time creator in a giant pond that is Marvel Rivals, and you guys taking your time out of your day to watch my videos, I'm honored, honestly. Thank you guys so much. So I'm not going to waste your guys' time anymore. Actually, real quick, if you want to like the video, I'd appreciate that. Anyways, I'm not going to waste your time any further. We are going to talk today about how to lead your team when you are solo queuing in ranked. So you don't even need to use your mic when you're solo queuing. Like, yes, it does help. It does help significantly. But if you're one of those players that doesn't need to use your mic and you don't want to use your mic, that is completely understandable. I get it. I've been there. Everybody else has been there. I don't really want to use my mic every game either. But what you need to do is you need to have awareness, tempo, and good habits to make it work. So why does leadership matter in solo queue? You can't rely on the rest of your team to be picking up the slack. You can be the leader in your team. Oh, it is thundering and lightning here. I don't know if that even popped up but on the mic, but I thought it was cool. It is a heavy thunderstorm right now, by the way, guys. So I hope that my house doesn't lose power, and I hope that this recording goes through. So we're going to do it as much as we can. I hope that you guys can hear some thunder in the background while we record this. So you can't rely on somebody on your team to be a leader, but what you can do is you can be that leader. And how do you do that? You can do this by a few different ways. But before we get to that part, I'm just going to talk about why leadership matters real quick. Most teams fall apart not because of mechanics, but because of chaos and not being able to control it. So what that means is when the fight gets heavy, when the fight gets kind of chaotic and everything's going on, your team just kind of scatters and they don't have a primary focus and they kind of just fall apart and drift apart. So what you do is leading doesn't really mean like fragging out and like being like the best possible player on your team. You don't have to be the best possible player on your team, but it means giving your team something to follow. So if your team has one goal, one unit, they can move as a team. One of the best examples that I've always seen is if you keep open up your hand right in front of you, you see all 5 of your fingers. That's 5 different players, right? But they're on their own, right? And if you close your hand into a fist, that's all of your 5 players. Now you are working together as a unit. When you close that hand, it's gonna hurt a lot harder than when you guys are when that hand is open. You know what I mean? Obviously, some players have that deformed 6 finger, and you know, that's how this game is, 6v6. But anyway, that was a terrible joke. I apologize. But one calm, smart player can stabilize an entire team. They can just be the one that coordinates everything. They could be the one that keeps your team grounded and keeps your team from falling apart in the chaos. So how do you lead without words? What is it going to look like? So basically, you're going to be a pace setter. You're the one that rotates first, ping the next objective, and hold space. Usually that works as a tank, but you can kind of do it as most roles. Also, a big thing is you don't dive early. You go in when the fight is winnable. If you just go in because you can go in, that's not really going to win most fights, especially if you kind of try to drag your team in with you and they're not ready, and then the other team can have an advantage on you guys. What you want to do is you want to wait for everybody to be ready, and then you go in. That is when the fight is most winnable. But a huge thing in this game as well is body language. When you hold space and you play smarts, teammates will often mirror your behavior. Like I'm telling you, teammates will mirror your behavior. So hold that space, play smart, try and have them look at what you're doing. And if you're just kind of holding position, not really getting too crazy, not too getting in their space, then your team will probably do the same thing as well. Also, big thing is being a reset leader. Like, be that person that understands we are pushing too far right now. We need to back up. You disengage when the fight is lost, or when you're kind of getting a little bit of overkill as well. When you have already won the team fight, you're going after lazy picks and stuff like that. You need to know when to back up. If you're in the enemy spawn, guys, back up and all that stuff. Also, mastering the ping system is a huge way to get your team on your side. Don't spam though, because if you start spamming, then people on your team are going to be like, well, this is happening every 2 seconds. I can't keep up with that. Ping like a flanker or focus targets like that. So if you see like a Black Panther, Spider-Man, Magic, Iron Fist, anybody who's like diving your backline, ping them. Like, make sure you're pinging them. That way your team sees that and they have more of a view on that. If you see your enemies getting dove, ping that every time. Or if you just want to focus a target like in the front line, ping that person. Like, your allies will understand what you are doing and they will help you in those situations. Most likely. Obviously, it's not going to happen all the time. Also, ping where to go, not just who to focus. Because if you ping locations as well, it could show like, hey guys, I know that we've tried this way, but let's ping to the left instead. We say we're all pushing right all the time, and if we push going left instead, maybe it'll get a different outcome. So it's one of those things to just try and just kind of ping locations. That way your team can try different things and they're on the same page as you, so that you're not pushing alone and they're not pushing with a team member down the entire time. So I want to talk about how you can lead by each role. So first, I'm going to go with tank first, because I think tank is one of the easiest ones to lead on. So for tank, you lead through positioning and tempo. So what you want to do is you want to stand in space where your team should control, right? It's that simple. Don't go in alone though. I can't stress that enough. Do not go in alone. The amount of times I've seen a tank go in alone, be like, I'm holding space, and then get focused down by the enemy team, get eliminated, and then walk back from spawn and be like, oh, my teammates aren't healing. I saw that today, guys. I'm in Celestial. I was in a Celestial 3 lobby today, and I watched a tank go in when we were not grouped up and be like, well, I'm gonna go hold space. And then they went and got eliminated and had to do that long walk back from spawn because they didn't realize that nobody was with them. So guys, make sure that somebody is with you at all times, especially when you're pushing in. For support though, what you want to do is lead by resetting the tempo. It's resetting the tempo that is a huge way to go. Saving your ultimates for deadly ultimates on the other team. So like, you hear DPS ultimates coming in, you hear tank ultimates coming in, that is your time to ult as a support. That way your team does not get eliminated in 2 seconds. For DPS, very simple, lead with target pressure. Focus fire, ping vulnerable enemies. Like if you see their backline and if you can get to them, get them. Don't ego chase though. We've talked about ego chasing. Play off your tank and peel for the backline. That is the best way to help your team. I do think that the most important takeaway from all of this though is that there are things that you absolutely cannot control. Some teammates are going to straight up ignore pings, play selfishly, and just ignore their team and just play for themselves. That happens in every single rank. No matter what rank you are, no matter what platform you are going to come across players that are just so unbelievably stubborn, hard-headed, that it's just gonna happen. And there's unfortunately nothing you can do about it. So what you want to do is you want to stay calm and focus on the impact that you can make. Because if you focus on that, then maybe the other 4 people on the team besides that one person, maybe you guys can come together as a unit and play together and really play well and turn it around so that you guys can win, because it is not fun. Trust me, I know for a fact that it is not fun to play with people that are just going to be selfish, bringing the team down, but unfortunately can't do anything about that. I know it happens. So what you want to do is you want to keep the pings clear. Don't really start flaming your teammates and stuff like that, because if you start just berating your teammates to the point where they're just not going to listen to you, what's the point at that point? Like who are you satisfying? Is this a good opportunity for you to just let some rage out? Like, no, I feel like there's healthier ways. So what you want to do is you want to treat every match like practice. If you constantly get better, whether it's your call outs or your positioning or whatever it is, you're going to continue to get better you can continue to be a better leader, you can continue to be a better player, and then your call outs in the future will be a lot more clear and concise, and then from there you can take over matches more, and then from there you're just going to be killing it, and I love to see it. You guys are doing amazing. So guys, thank you so much. I really do think that leadership isn't about voice all the time, it's really about presence, and that is the biggest takeaway that you could take from this entire video. Be the player that your team wants to follow, not the one that they mute. I really feel like that's important as well. So guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been an incredible series so far, episode 16 in the books. Thank you so much. What I want you guys to do is like the video, comment your favorite movie right now, because I love movies and I want to hear what your guys' favorite movies are. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Later.